Welcome. My name is Melissa Miller, and it is my honor to serve as the 2021 president for the Kansas City Sister Cities Association. In the heart of Kansas City, Missouri, spanning Brush Creek on the Country Club Plaza, stands the Sister Cities International Bridge. Dedicated in 2000, the bridge is home to the national flags of Kansas City's 13 sister cities, from Sevilla, Spain since 1967 to Yan'an, China since 2017. 2021 marks the 65th anniversary of the Sister Cities program and offers a timely opportunity to explore the active business, cultural, and educational links that reinforce Kansas City's vibrant international identity. In that first year, 1956, President Eisenhower partnered with civic leaders such as Kansas City's own Joyce Hall to create people-to-people and sister city affiliations around the world to help build the solid structure for world peace. The Sister City Association of Kansas City coordinates relationships between Kansas City and its 13 sisters on 4 continents. Through its individual sister city committees, the association pursues its mission of promoting peace through mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation. With decades of educational, cultural, and commercial exchanges, the Sister Cities Association celebrates Kansas City's status as a global city. We invite you to get involved with the Sister Cities Association at kcsistercities.org. There, you can learn more about our individual sister city relationships, as well as upcoming events and how to join as a member. The Sister Cities Association of Kansas City is proud to partner with the International Relations Council in Kansas City to bring our community this virtual series of monthly conversations with representatives from Kansas City's sister cities to get to know these communities that bridge Kansas City with the world. Please enjoy and don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or your interest to get involved. We'll see you soon.
Kansas City and Seville, Spain have had a very magical relationship during the years. Here's how it all started. In 1921, J.C. Nichols, developer of the Country Club Plaza, went to Seville studying art and architecture, and he fell in love with the city. He came back, built the plaza. In 1923, it opened as the first suburban shopping center and the first shopping center where you could drive up and actually shop. Fast forward to the 1960s, where Mayor Ilas W. Davis and the City Council thought that Kansas City needed a global city to relate to, and they decided to look into a sister city relationship. The city that became the city of the relationship, of course, was Seville, Spain. It happened because Mayor Davis also went to Seville, and he fell in love with the city. He met with Mayor Don Felix Moreno de la Cova, the mayor of Sevilla, and the rest is history. The official papers were carried by Miller Nichols, the son of J.C. Nichols, to Sevilla to be signed. Once that was done, in 1967, the first group from Seville came to Kansas City. There were 50 in that delegation. As they came into the Country Club Plaza, they started clapping, they started crying, and everybody on the bus said, what's the matter? They said, we are crying tears of joy. We feel like we are home. And we're clapping because we think this is more Spanish than Spain. Thank you for what you have done. Now, you might ask, what do our cities have in common? Well, let me tell you, there's a lot that these cities have in common. Both cities have rivers that bisect the cities. We have our river. Seville has the Guadalquivir. Both cities have a Giralda. We both have a Seville light. Seville is known for its flamenco. Kansas City is known for its jazz. We're known as food cities, particularly Kansas City's barbecue, Seville's tapas. Both have agricultural backgrounds, agriculture and transportation backgrounds. We also both used to have a TWA presence in Kansas City, which was very important for the Sister City program, TWA being Trans World Airlines. So you see, the cities have a lot in common. Now, historically speaking, I think we want to make sure that everybody understands how really terrific the mayors of both Kansas City and Seville have been in not only creating this first sister city for Kansas City, but in continuing the work of Sister City as well. Secondly, there was a committee called the Friends of Seville, which is the precursor to the Sister City Committee of today. And one of the things they did besides exchanges and educational programs and so forth is every year they hosted the Seville Ball. The Seville Ball was the fundraiser for the organization, but it was quite an exciting time. The person that I want to mention next, Emilio Miron, was known very well in the early days of the Sister City program, Kansas City Seville Sister City program, because he handled Spain for TWA. TWA was headquartered in Kansas City, and Emilio was able to help charter flights to get groups back and forth very easily. So we need to remember Emilio. And then I think the last thing, the highlight in these last years has been 1992, the World's Fair, where Kansas City was the only city to exhibit at the World's Fair because of the Sister City relationship. In fact, 1967 to 1992 is 25 years. So the 25th anniversary of the cities was celebrated during the World's Fair. It was open, the fair was open from April the 20th to October the 12th. So 6 months. There was all kinds of programming because the programming that we were doing was multicultural, was multifaceted. There were arts groups, there was symphony, youth symphony came, there were business trade missions that went back and forth. The Kansas City exhibit was in the U.S. Pavilion, and it was quite a success. So, if you would like to get involved with the Kansas City Seville program, the best thing to do is to join the Seville Sister City Committee. That committee is dynamite. There's all kinds of interesting programs in arts, in education, cooking classes, chocolate fiestas. Go to the website and Facebook and have a look at what the Seville Committee is doing. Now I think I'd like to go back to where we began and say that the relationship between Kansas City and Seville has always been magical, and I am sure it will continue to be magical through the next 50 years. Gracias. Adios.
Let's begin by each participant making a comment about what is of interest to you, and particularly in relation to the Sister City program.
Bueno, pues buenas noches desde Sevilla. Es un enorme placer estar con vosotros hoy, esta noche, esta mediodía o mañana en Kansas City. Es un gran placer y además me produce mucha emoción ver a Jodie Edgerton, en este caso una privilegiada hermana de Sevilla y de Kansas City, que es sin duda una persona clave en nuestra relación, en nuestra historia en común. El hermanamiento entre Kansas City y Sevilla comienza justo el año siguiente a mi nacimiento. Yo nací en 1966 y en 1967 comenzó esta historia en común. En estos momentos, transcurridos todos estos años, probablemente volvemos a reeditar esa relación con más fuerza que nunca, y os contaré por qué. Yo llevo 5 años como alcalde y tengo la satisfacción de haber vuelto a resurgir esta relación entre Kansas City y Sevilla, este hermanamiento que bueno, pues estaba más apagado en estos últimos años y que en estos últimos 5 años ha incorporado una nueva fuerza con esta red de gobiernos locales que está trabajando Sevilla y en la que Kansas City ocupa un lugar privilegiado.
I have to say I'm honored to be part of this panel alongside such esteemed professionals and public figures. So for me, of course, like many of you, there's a personal bond between Seville and Kansas City. I'm a born and raised civilian that has had the luck and chance to be exposed and visit many times Kansas City, and has grown fonder and fonder of it every time. Yeah, during my many trips, I've come to encounter that Kansas City and Sevilla share something that's very close to my heart, and that is the love for food and how food brings people together. It's amazing how people from Kansas City come together around barbecue. It's such a staple, it's such a big part of every major occasion. And we do something very similar in Sevilla. Civilians think of food of key in every single celebration that they have. And that's something that we both share and that brings us closer together as part of the sisterhood.
Hola, buenas noches en España y buenas tardes, ¿no? En Estados Unidos. Es para mí un placer poder participar por primera vez en este foro, y verdaderamente lo que a mí me une o le da sentido a mi presencia en este momento es precisamente que mi hija pues se fuera a Kansas City como consecuencia de una beca que le di para realizar un máster en Estados Unidos en la Universidad de Kansas, y bueno, allí ya todo pues se convirtió en una maravillosa secuencia de situaciones positivas con las cuales pues mi hija pues se enamoró allí de un norteamericano de Kansas, se casó, tiene su doble nacionalidad. Y bueno, pues es su segunda patria y para mí también, ¿no? Por extensión, aparte de que yo siempre he sido un admirador de la tierra americana.
Hi, good evening. My name is Teresa Martinez. I am here as a former chair of the Seville Committee and also as Government Affairs Manager for Visit KC. I like that the mayor has some of our branding, hashtag how we do KC, in his office. I'm thrilled that this program is happening. I'm thrilled that Jody, as the mayor has mentioned, that Jody is our MC today. And she has been key and on this programming here in Kansas City, and especially in the relationship between Kansas City and Seville in particular. So we like to say that Jody is only one of our members, but I know that she loves all sister cities, but I think that she is, we are her favorite.
Could you start us off in relation to some topics that would be of interest for both cities to get involved with together?
Sí, efectivamente. Creo que esa es una de las razones por las que Sevilla se ha implicado en potenciar las alianzas entre ciudades del mundo. Tenemos la responsabilidad desde lo local de comprometernos en una acción global, y sin duda el cambio climático es el problema, el reto global al que debemos enfrentarnos con más decisión desde el territorio, desde las ciudades. Sevilla preside en este momento la red de ciudades de España de acción contra el cambio climático, y creemos imprescindible que las ciudades intercambiemos las mejores experiencias que tenemos en esta materia. Por eso hemos puesto en marcha una plataforma tecnológica que se llama City Goals, en la que poder poner nuestras mejores experiencias de gestión en las ciudades, y puede ser una experiencia de trabajo compartido con el Ayuntamiento de Kansas City, poner nuestras mejores experiencias de gestión de la ciudad en lucha contra el cambio climático. Nosotros queremos que la Universidad de Sevilla, en este caso, y saludando a José Carlos, las empresas sevillanas y, por supuesto, el ayuntamiento, podamos llevar a cabo proyectos que compartir con las universidades en Kansas City, con las instituciones y empresas norteamericanas en relación con la movilidad, en relación con la eficiencia energética o, por ejemplo, con la adaptación al cambio climático y con la protección de las áreas verdes en nuestras ciudades. Por eso os quiero proponer el que, viendo aquí que tenemos un representante de la universidad, de una empresa como Inés Rosales o de la propia ciudad como el ayuntamiento, que podamos buscar también socios, aliados en proyectos medioambientales, en proyectos de lucha contra el cambio climático, en ciudades como Kansas City, podamos también intercambiar la experiencia de esos proyectos con estancias y con conocimiento por parte de ambas ciudades.
Lucia, can you talk to us as well about the value of the relationship between the two cities?
Well, let me just start by saying that I had the chance to be first exposed to Kansas City back, I think it was 8 years ago, when I met a study abroad student in Sevilla, who then ended up becoming a really good friend of mine. And I've had the chance to visit her many times in Kansas City. So growing up and being my only exposure to the fact that we were sister cities, the fact that there's a massive avenue that goes miles long in Sevilla under the name of Kansas City, has what we call the Native American, or as you guys know, the Scout, putting an actual face and a name to such an important part of the relationship between our two cities. It's been really, really rewarding to me. Not just that, but getting to know the city. So basically, having a dear friend in Kansas City has given me the chance to visit many times, and I've come to realize that not only does Kansas City have a very deep arts and music culture, especially jazz, which I personally love, but also the gastronomic culture is wonderful. And if a Texas person asks me, I'm a huge Kansas City barbecue fan, and I'll tell them that. They won't be happy, but I'll tell them that. So growing up in Sevilla, food is a huge part of my memories, especially, and excuse the product placement here, but especially for me, there's a huge bond between what Inés Rosales does, which is tortas. It's a very traditional product from our gastronomic heritage in Sevilla. I got introduced to tortas by my grandmother. We used to share a torta every afternoon, and it's that bonding over food that's so relevant and so important to me that I also found in Kansas City. The first thing I got invited to, 4th of July, barbecue with family and friends to celebrate, and the perfect gathering that brings you closer to what it really Kansas City is. So that's, to me, one of the biggest things about what brings us closer together and what makes us such great sister cities.
Jose Carlos, will you talk to us about the value of this relationship between our two cities, in your opinion?
Bueno, en la línea de mi conexión con Kansas, evidentemente el origen está en el que he comentado antes con mi hija, pero luego ya le he seguido la pista a esa relación, a esa vinculación entre las dos ciudades y verdaderamente apoyo totalmente lo que ha dicho mi querido alcalde en relación a la apuesta fuerte para contribuir a mejorar, ¿eh? En metodologías y en actuaciones la que se nos viene encima con el calentamiento global. Y yo por mi parte estoy muy metido en ese tema a nivel muy profesional, pero en el ámbito marino y en el estuarino. Y en ese sentido sí puedo decir que con el tiempo fui descubriendo que hay una conexión también muy importante entre Kansas City y Sevilla en cuanto a la analogía que existe entre el río Guadalquivir y su estuario y el río Missouri, ¿no? El río Missouri tiene muchas de sus actividades y sobre todo mucho de su historial medioambiental muy similar al estuario del Guadalquivir, ¿eh? Tanto en regulación del río, con presas, tanto con inundaciones, tanto con aprovechamiento en la agricultura, en contaminación y sobre todo, muy especialmente pensando en que ambos estuarios son zonas muy sensibles a la subida del nivel del mar, es decir, al calentamiento global. Y por esa razón, pues yo creo que ha sido muy oportuno lo que ha dicho nuestro querido alcalde en relación de intentar fomentar la colaboración entre ambas ciudades, también en el ámbito de la universidad, ¿eh? De realizar programas y proyectos de cooperación y de movilidad de alumnos y de profesores que en este sentido podían encontrar un cauce perfecto en una serie de líneas de investigación que son absolutamente procedentes, por ejemplo, para combinar lo que está sucediendo y cómo se está gestionando en el Missouri, todos los problemas que se vienen encima, incluyendo las actuaciones de restauración ambiental y las que se están implementando en el estuario del Guadalquivir.
Jose Carlos, thank you so much. We have probably 10 minutes left. In this time, I would like to, and maybe Teresa, you'd want to jump in here to talk about just very quickly the similarities between Kansas City and Sevilla.
Gracias, Jody. Llevo en Kansas City aproximadamente 16 años. Entonces, ahora trabajando para la oficina de turismo y bueno, y antes trabajando para el ayuntamiento y la oficina del alcalde, he llegado a conocer la ciudad de Kansas City probablemente más a fondo y profundamente que mi propia ciudad en España, que no es Sevilla, es Albacete. Pero si hablamos de similitudes, las similitudes socioculturales de Kansas City son muy similares a las de Sevilla. Como bien decía Lucía, por ejemplo, las artes y la gastronomía son muy importantes igualmente para Sevilla, que son para Kansas City. Las universidades de Kansas City son igual o más fuertes que lo que podemos ver en España. La Universidad de Kansas es muy reconocida en este área y con la que hemos hecho muchísimos programas con la Universidad de Sevilla. Lo único que quiero decir es que verdaderamente el compromiso que tiene la ciudad de Sevilla, bueno, el comité de Sevilla aquí en Kansas City, es la promoción de la cultura y de la cultura y la lengua de España. Lo que pasa que nos hemos enfocado un poco más en Sevilla por la gran conexión que hay con Sevilla. Como bien habéis dicho, hay un montón de conexiones de negocios y conexiones culturales con Sevilla. Nuestra misión en nuestro comité es seguir promoviendo las artes de Sevilla. Hemos traído muchísimas veces a diferentes artistas, guitarristas de guitarra española para que toquen en Kansas City. En muchísimas de nuestros eventos nos cercioramos de que los productos locales de Sevilla, como por ejemplo es las tortas de Inés Rosales y otros productos de Inés Rosales, que estén siempre presentes con nosotros. Queremos no solo promover esas cosas con nuestros locales, pero también con nuestros oficiales, ¿no? Nuestro alcalde, nuestros concejales y todas esas personas que tienen un poquito de poder para poder conseguir que la cultura española sea importante como lo es en Kansas City.
Then in summary, can we say that what we agree is to strengthen the program? It's already gained a lot more energy, but to strengthen the program between Kansas City and Sevilla so it is even stronger than it has been.